Hello, gamers! It's me, today, and today we are playing BeamNG.drive. For any of you who do not know, this is a driving slash racing simulator. Uh, After all of the really hard and very, heartbreaking live streams we've had recently, you know, Code Vein getting crushed and then farming with that insane filler episode, uh, Ultra Kill just being Ultra Kill, and being just a frankly difficult and very, very stimulating game. And then, of course, we also had Code Vein with that insane plot twist in the last live stream I did of it. So I think we should have a nice little relaxing drive in a nice little relaxing driving sim. Now, of course, you might see at the top I have a rolling disclaimer. Uh, Disclaimer, I do not condone nor do I endorse reckless driving. Please do not drive distracted. Please follow the laws and regulations of the road, and please drive safely. I'm just putting that there because I feel like in any driving stream, there's a bit of a thing of I know I'm in a video game. I'm playing a video game. And so I might, try things in this car. Like I might try to do drifting. I might try to just, do do donuts or something like that just because it's a video game. I don't want people to copy that on the road. Even if like I don't have a lot of viewers, I feel like it's important to say that. Like drive safely, be respectful of other people on the road. I'm in a video game. I'm also going to, follow the rules for the most part. For the obvious reason of I'm just driving around a little bit. But I feel like for the in case, we decide to switch over to like racing or something like that, I should mention, be safe out there. I think with that out of the way, that's good enough disclaimer of that. So as I put in my description, we're doing a little bit of night driving, mostly because, that's nice, relaxing. Unfortunately, I don't have any like music for you guys. Usually when I drive, I do listen to some music on low, because it's it's just a nice thing to drive with a little music in the background. But for now, we're just gonna enjoy BeamNG.drive. I got my racing steering wheel out. Another option for what we could have played was actually going to be Assetto Corsa and actually just straight up do racing. But I'm going to be real, I was having trouble setting up the wheel. And so I kind of gave up and just went back to BeamNG. So, okay. Let's get started by, turning on the car. And then I have to remember... ooh. That was the reset button, not the... There's our headlights. It's kind of dark even with the headlights, I'm going to be honest. So this game, I mean, and I have this problem with a lot of driving sims, the whole, like, looking around, it's a little bit odd. Because I don't want to really, like, take my hands off of, the wheel or the shifter for all that long, but in order to straight up just look, I have to. So, fun driving sim thing. Alright. Oh, I should also mention, I have a manual setup going on right now. I don't drive manual, so, like, if I mess up shifting, it's practice. I just feel like it's a good disclaimer to also make. So, yeah. That's what's going on if any of that happens. In any case. I don't actually know where I kind of went and put myself. Like, I genuinely don't know where I am on the map. So I guess the first things first is... Actually, hold on. Let's come to a stop real quick. I kind of want to take a quick look at something. Hold on, where's my menu button? You see, whenever you put the wheel on, you know, you've got all these buttons and you don't know the names that the game gives it. So sometimes I don't remember which buttons do what. I want to... Where is it? UI apps? I had this before, but I had to reset my layout because I was playing around with it. Where is my... There we go. Let's give myself a little GPS I can work with. There we go. Now I can see relatively where I am. Okay. Alright. Back into gear. Let's go. Oh, man, it's weird not being able to turn my head. I want to be able to turn my head, man. So I have set this game up to use the VR, like, stuff. You can do that so that, you know, turning your actual head will, you know, allow you to see. But, like, I didn't want to do that for the stream because it makes the rendering got a little funky whenever I got that set up, and I didn't really want to, you know, deal with that. Hello. Again, don't drive distracted. There's a reason I made sure to have a mod in chat today to ensure that, you know, people who do chats, like, get immediate response because, you know, I am a nice and good driver, therefore I do not drive distracted. You know how it is. Now, I don't actually know if this is a road I'm supposed to be allowed to go on to. Like I said, I don't actually know where I put myself on this map. Yeah, I honestly have no idea where I am. In any case, nice little fun... nice little fun driving we got going on. Why would you put me in England? What if I wanted to be in, like, Japan? I'm actually at a racetrack, it looks like. Alright, I'm gonna have to upshift soon. That's not the right... There we go. So, fun thing, I did think of doing a hand cam for this stream because because of the fact that... Oh, that's some screeching. Hold on, we're not trying out the... Oh, come on. There we go. We're not trying out the drifting just yet. I gotta get used to doing this again. Because, of course, A, it's a driving steering wheel. B, my car is not this powerful. The car I drive does not do this. In any case. You know, imagine just taking your driver's test on just, like, a racetrack. I know, why would you put me in England? What if I wanted to be in, like, Japan, which is also a place where they drive on the left side? According to the game, this is a Japanese car, so you know. Oh, I should also mention that I turned off all of the driving assists. Huh? We are driving with no traffic. You think that skidding start isn't good enough. Oh, that's a sharp turn. I don't think I want to be going that fast onto this. Might have wanted to downshift there, actually. You know, I have a couple of friends of mine who are, like, car enthusiasts and, like, race enthusiasts. I'll have to send them the VOD of this and be like, hey, how much pain are you in now? Trust me, I am the type of... Oh, shoot. I am the type of friend who would, in fact, do that. Oh. Recovered. Remember, kids, don't drive distracted. I also go 60 miles per hour on a public street. It's called the highway. But yeah, remember, kids, don't drive distracted, drive safe. This is not sponsored by the Department of Transportation. Oh gosh, actually that would be a pretty wild thing to get sponsored by. Imagine that. Your Department of Transportation just hires a VTuber, like, hey, make us an ad so people stop, like, speeding. Also, I just realized my head is in fact blocking the GPS, which we are not in fact using. You know, the greatest GPS. Which, I'll be honest, like, for my own GPS, it's kind of funny how rarely I actually use it. Like, I have the GPS, and I usually put my GPS on whenever I'm going places, but, like, in terms of actually looking at it, I pretty much never do. Like, so I have this habit of I will put on my GPS and use it specifically, like, for places I already know the route to. Like work, home, that kind of stuff. I'll turn on my GPS, and then I just won't look at it. I'll just have it there in case, like, for some strange, obscure reason, like, there's, like, construction or something that detours me. Because, like, it's rare. It's probably not gonna happen. And even if it did, like, I could probably figure out my way home somehow or another. But, like, I just have this fear of, like, oh no, I'm gonna have to, you know, do that. I don't even have it for the GPS voice. I just, like, have it there to be there. It's like my in case of I probably won't get lost. I've done this route 500 times, but there's always the possibility this will be the time that I take the wrong turn. And just in case that probability ever happens, I have my GPS. It's actually funny, whenever I was just, like, learning to drive, and so like, whenever you're I don't know if it's in all places, but I was told that I couldn't use any, like, devices with screens, GPS included, for like the first year, I think it was. No, the first year or so of my driver's license. So, of course, couldn't use GPS, which is silly. It's really silly. Yeah. So I wasn't allowed to use my GPS for the first, like, year of my driver's license, year and a half of my driver's license, or whatever it was. And there was actually a day when I'm driving alone, like, home from school back then, and, like, there's construction just completely blocking off the road. Like, the complete block, and there isn't even, like, a detour or anything, which was silly and stupid. So I'm like, where in the world do I go? So I end up, like, turning off into some random parking lot or something, and I just look for... I pull out my phone, and I'm like, okay, how in the world do I get home? I don't remember the exact solution. Like, I don't remember exactly how I figured out how to get home. I'm pretty sure I did the you know, old tradition of, you know, a map. But it was either that or I had someone, like, come guide me home or something. I'm pretty sure it was the map one, though. I'm pretty sure the guide me home was a different incident. But yeah, so that's the fun little story of why I always have my GPS on. Now that I can use my GPS. Like, I understand the, you know, you don't use your phone because, you know, you shouldn't be. But, like, a GPS is honestly probably safer than a map. For a couple of different reasons. I have to figure out how to get out of here. I have to figure out how to get off of this track. There has to be a way. Maybe... no. I'm trying to look at the GPS to figure it out. I could, like, you know, teleport, but that feels like cheating. That feels silly. One of your friends almost crashed due to a piece of furniture falling from the car in front of them. That sucks. Well, I think I can turn up here. I think I see a dirt track? Not here. Think this way? Or did I go over it? Where is this? Alright, the GPS is outright lying to me, so I guess we continue on with our nice little drive around this stupid track. Yeah, no, gosh, that would suck. Like, your first time driving, and then, you know, suddenly just car accident. BMW driver. I am not a BMW driver, actually. Although I did just kill my gearbox while shifting that time. You would never be able to get me to drive a BMW. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't really like them. This looks like a way out. What the? So you all couldn't see that because I didn't end up going with the hand cam, but my shifter just shifted itself into neutral. And I think we're on the roads now, so I think I have to actually use turn signals. Why's my turn signals not working? There we go. The momentary awkward silence is killing you. So, funny thing, whenever I'm driving or a passenger, it is very well known among my family and friends that wow, my turn signal's still on, that I just don't really talk all that much. So, I'm gonna be honest, this talking is a lot more than you would usually get if you were actually in a car with me. Like, I don't drive, pardon the pun, I don't drive conversations when I am, well, driving. It's usually a, like, I respond to people and what they say to me. Okay. Let's not stall while we get back onto wherever this is. You saw nothing. Alright. Whee! Finally, we're on an actual road. Again, it pains me that I can't just look in this game. I have to actually, like... There we go. I have to actually, you know, just know the fact that, you know, there's nobody because I didn't turn on traffic. Carson, but you have no neck. I know, right? I don't have a neck. I am just like a GoPro on the hood of the car. I don't even know what the speed limit here is. Gotta find a speed limit sign. 40. Okay. I don't know if I trust 40 speed limit. Turn on cops. Please no. I did not run a red light. It was yellow. The awkward silence at the stoplight. Gosh, that stoplight was like 2 seconds. Listen, you want to know the real, like, pain in a game like this? Imagine driving this on keyboard. Mouse and keyboard. Watch the exciting action of someone sitting at a red light. I mean, have you sat at a red light before? It's crazy. People expect... Where'd the road go? What? Where? What the... Where? What? You know what? I don't know what just happened, but, the road disappeared. I don't know if it's a compliment or an insult that you find this more amusing than a lot of my streams. I'll take it as the compliment. I think that'll do the best for my ego. Can't it be both? You know what, yeah. I'll be proud of this stream and disappointed in all of my other ones. Wait, no, if this is better than my Ultra Kill streams, does that mean I don't need to play Ultra Kill anymore? Do you have high beams? They're on. That is a red light. Yeah, the last Ultra Kill stream, I'm gonna be honest, I got really annoyed. I did in fact kind of get, like, you know, very tilted at chat. Like, full disclosure, I was not happy with chat that stream. I don't usually like, you know, banning or timing out people unless it's, like, an obvious bot. But, like, whenever I called in my mods, I'm gonna be honest, I was on the verge of doing moderator action myself. That's the reason why I was like, hey, I need a mod here now. Because I was getting really close to, you know, doing stuff I don't exactly like to do. Turning. What the? I think I hit the wrong button. Oops. Did I break my engine? There we go. Why is it not? Okay. Funky. I do not subscribe to the when there's no cops around, anything is legal, because I am a good law-abiding citizen. Also, there are cameras everywhere, but I am a law-abiding citizen, therefore it is, you know, follow the law. In any case. Excuse me being silent while I navigate the fact I'm using a shifter and, you know, I don't drive stick. There is, in fact, a map. I haven't been paying attention to it. There was a Greenland shark that was older than the Declaration of Independence. That's pretty cool. That's an old shark. Isn't there one turtle that's, like, really old? I feel like I heard about that. Okay, no, seriously, like, the stoplights in this game. It's like, what the heck? So do y'all like my nice calming driving stream? Yeah, I really think I should switch whatever this is. This is a New Yorker's dream. The no cars in sight, just period. Well, according to the game, we're on the West Coast, so that must be the reason why. Because who would ever want to be in, California? Turn traffic on to get the blinding headlights, and I myself have the trashiest headlights imaginable, so it's just like real life. Although this is definitely a much more powerful car than what I have. By like a lot. Are we there yet? Define there. What are we defining as there? Do we have a destination? I mean, if we really wanted to turn traffic on, then I could go, like, pull out my VR headset so that I can have actual, like, head turning and stuff. Because I wouldn't want to play this game without, like, head turning if I put on traffic. Because then I'd have to, like, you wanted to go to Toronto. Why do you want to go to Toronto? What do we got there? Like, Anime Expo or something? Like, I would want to put on the VR headset so I can, easily look left, right. Okay. Thanks, DPI. I can look right, left, not hit cars, not get in trouble with the police by changing lanes right into a truck. Like, I would want to be able to do stuff like that, like, actual driving. Unfortunately, I don't currently have my headset attached and in, use. But, I mean, that might be a future stream. Maybe with the hand cam as well, because that's always a good idea. Have a camera and blindfold myself, because that way you can watch as everything goes wrong. Ignore that. That's not the right gear. I'm not even gonna read that comment, but... So whenever... Oh gosh. That just reminds me of... When I was, like, a freshman in high school, so long time before I started actually driving, there was, like... So you know how they of course have the don't drink and drive, those like events where people come to schools and are like, hey, try on, like the drunk goggles and don't drive distracted, like, all of that kind of stuff. The PSAs, because, yeah. So my school, whenever I was a freshman, they never came again after that. I don't know why. In any case, I don't know why they never came again after that. I mean, it was a really cool setup they had, but they brought in, like, you know how there's like the driving race boxes that you can go to at like arcades, like they have the driving wheel, the pedals, all of that stuff. Well, they had one of those with like a custom simulator in it, that had a, like, iPod Touch connected to it. Yes, an iPod Touch, believe it or not. And they... they had it so that the iPod Touch was, like, simulating a phone. And the point of the simulation was to show why you shouldn't text and drive, like that kind of thing. It was actually a really good simulation because, the driving sim was actually pretty good in it. But the point was that they were showing off just, like, how dangerous it was, and the fact that, you can't react to things if you're distracted. And so I just remember, of course, a freshman, a senior at our school was said at this, like, event where there are, of course, people who care very much about you driving correctly, that they say, quote, "The speed limit is just a suggestion," at which point the driving instructors are like, "No, it isn't," because it isn't. It's a limit. You try to get as close as possible to it. Everyone knows math limits if you took calculus. And also, no, it's not the Paleogene period. It was the Neolithic period. In any case, that's my fun story of whenever the driving people came to my school. You feel like we're going in circles? I also feel like we're going in circles. We need to break the loop. I think I'm going to turn left whenever we come out of this. Also, I'm going like 27 miles per hour. I'm pretty sure the speed limit's 40. So, thrilling. This is very thrilling gameplay, is it not? I mean, if you really think about actually driving, it is quite the amount of stuff that you do when you're driving is pretty, I guess you could say, thrilling, in terms of, like, you're controlling a lot at once. You have to make split-second decisions very, very frequently. Like, seriously, you've got quite a bit to get done. Alright. Now we're going in this direction. Is there any point getting out of first gear? Nope. Come on, switch. Switch! Oh. Bro, you're kidding me! Ignore the skid marks. Those aren't important. Alright, we're on to the next circle. Where's the lines? There's the lines. Oh, we have a 30-mile-per-hour speed limit. Finally, speed limit signs. Those are so rare nowadays. That's saying to turn. What adventure is it taking me on? Hey, you just cutted that invisible car. What car? I didn't see no car. Oh, this is gonna suck. It's a stop sign, too. Okay. Nope. Okay. Let's go. I definitely just, like, killed my shifter, but whatever. Hills and manuals don't work. They don't mesh all that well. Welcome to California. Oh gosh. I don't like going up hills on my automatic car, let alone this. Oh, that's awkward. That's real awkward. So, that's what happens when you stall a car. Like I said, hills, am I right? That's not the parking brake. That's not the parking brake either. Where's my parking brake? Where's my parking brake? Okay, so. I made it. I, in fact, did not stall the car again. Definitely left a lot of skid marks, but I didn't stall the car. Let me up! Let me up! You're going to get Phoenix, right? Don't worry about it. He's not a cop. Again, drive safely. Alright, returning right this time. You know, it kind of messes me up with the fact that while I'm on, like, the hood of the car, like this, I don't hear, like, the blinking sound you do whenever you're actually in a car. So I'm gonna be honest, I never know if the, like, turn signal's actually on. Well, enough, killing my clutch axle. Ah, well that's awkward. In any case, as I said, that's what happens when you stall a car. Don't worry too much. There are a lot of safety features built into modern cars, modern manual cars as well. Just don't die, and be safe, and drive according to the rules of the road. And yeah. Alright, I've come to a stop. There is no one coming. Therefore, I can continue going. Don't worry about whatever just happened. It's not important. You saw nothing. Just don't die. You received a lot of those last stream. I, in fact, did. Fun fact, I am not currently pressing any of the pedals. I'm now pressing the brakes. And the clutch, so I don't stall. Alright. Here we go. We're just gonna go right here and, you know, vroom. You know, we joked that, you know, California and everything, but I'm gonna be honest. These streets feel kind of like Boston. If you've ever been to Boston. To, like, visit the, what is it? Freedom Trail? Yeah. Yeah, if you ever go to the Freedom Trail, like, if you just kind of explore Boston beyond that, you're gonna see a lot of hills like this. Although there will be a lot more cars there. There will be a lot more cars there. Yeah, what? You know, I have a better idea. You have a lot of homework. Do the homework while watching the guy drive the car sim. Oh gosh, look at those gas prices. Gas prices are going up even in the video games. It's an essay about the impact of cars to the modern world. Huh. That's kind of a... Huh. Yeah, impact of cars to the modern world. Well, I mean, they're pretty useful for getting around. They're in fact quite useful for getting around, in my opinion. In fact, might be very useful for getting around. But public transportation is also pretty good, if you're in a place that actually has that. Come on, let's go! Where's the lines? Oh, well, there's some lines, not the lines I was looking for. You miss having trains? Yeah, trains are nice. As are lines on the road. But I guess we can't have everything now, can we? I also just straight up can't see the edges of the road. Thrilling gameplay, am I right? Are you in San Francisco? I have no idea. The game doesn't actually tell me, it just says West Coast. I like that conclusion sentence. Does anyone know where Bolesco is? Because that's apparently where we are. I doubt it's an actual town. Hold on, the stop line is all the way over there. I've been stopping here. It will. Like how it sends the engine is off message before it actually has me stall. Because if you've been noticing in the top like left, okay, it's kind of hidden by my disclaimer. But like, so say if I were to like incorrectly shift and it damages my damages the vehicle in some way, it will put gear shifter broken, engine off, that kind of stuff. But let's go. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, see, it has that engine off. Well, I mean, it's kind of, blocked by my disclaimer, but, there's that. It ends up sending the engine is off before the engine turns off, and... Oh, I'm merging, that's why. I was like, why is there a divider right there? I don't want to turn. And believe it or not, I used my turn signal whenever I switched lanes. I think we're entering new territory in this map. I don't think we've been here before. You know, see over underneath that little GPS that my head is blocking, it says we're on the west coast. It says nothing more. Oil. Perhaps. Alright, let's go this way. Did that say stop? I don't think that said stop. It probably said stop. And this is why we need stop signs. Okay, that was a weird noise my wheel just made. Another awkward red light. All right, let's go. There are a lot of skid marks on this road. I should probably start actually rev matching. That would probably be a good idea. Mount Wallace. I missed the I. It looked like another L. Crazy you're watching My Little Pony and this at the same time. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. I'm trying to think of a good retort, but I think it would be too much horsing around. I might have to increase the car's horsepower for that. Life is full of surprises, like how this car is going to crash soon. Is that a threat? Did you slash my tires, cut my brake lines? Like, what did you do? This is a different tunnel from This is a different tunnel from before. And I jump scared myself by hitting the change view button. Well, this tunnel also says to go 40 miles per hour, so I don't really know about it. Almost crashed. I came close. Remember everyone, drive safely. Especially when talking about My Little Pony with your chat and making very bad horse puns. Now, of course, since you wouldn't be distracted driving, in any of your situations, chat would be the person in your passenger seat or your back seat, because you would not be driving distracted and reading a chat of literally anything. Because that's against the law and very unsafe, so you should not be doing it. You're in the chat seat? Yes, you are. You're in the chat seat with the pet frog. The pet frog we adopted from Code Vein 2. It might bite, don't worry. You know, when I had the stream idea, I'm just gonna drive around at night in BeamNG.drive. You know, I probably should have thought about it a bit more. Because, well, the chat has, of course, told me that it is wonderful and great and better than all of my other streams. I kind of, you know, I'm running out of content. I mean, we've been exploring the same places. Granted, this is an entirely new place. We've been exploring the same places for the past hour. Like, we need something new and exciting. Like Bolesco City, which we've already been to. You know, I find it really funny that the moment I said Bolesco City, I look up at my stream chart and it says that my viewing like went from 4 all the way down to 1 the moment I said Bolesco. So, you know, I feel like that's a sign that we shouldn't be going to Bolesco. I gotta get out of here. Whee! You've streamed Ultra Kill 8 times, now you're running out of ideas. I've streamed Ultra Kill a couple of times, never finished the game, because I'm fraud still. And I have a bunch of other games I also have to continue live streaming. I have to finish Code Vein. I have to finish... ignore that. I have to finish Code Vein, I have to finish Clair Obscure. I have to finish... Nobody likes Bolesco. Reason? No reason. Actually, you know what? We're gonna turn this time. Yeah. Let's go to the dockyards. There we go. I realized that this car makes a strange sound. It's called the engine. It's crying out for dear help. In any case, so, yeah, you know, I should not adjust the way I am seated while I have to, you know, manage the pedals. So whenever I'm streaming, I usually will like adjust like the way my legs are. If I'm like sitting down, I might go cross-legged or something, and then I went to go cross-legged, and suddenly, okay, we're just gonna turn over this way. I went to go cross-legged, and then I was like, wait, I need to press the clutch. You think there's a monster under the hood? There probably is. That's the other frog. Oh, there we go. That's the frog that I took from Elden Ring, rather than Code Vein. We sealed it under the hood. I feel like I've been here before. I probably have. Whee! Still, where are they? Is this my lane? It's like non-existent. You not wearing the neon clothing is good itself already. The neon... Oh, Code Vein! I'm like, neon clothing? So you're telling me that I need to go adjust the art for my model as well as the rigging to have... We have definitely been in this tunnel 5 times. The map in this game isn't the biggest. In any case, yeah, so I have to go change the art, do all of this stuff to add a glow effect to my models so that we can always have the neon clothing? Is that what you're asking for? You think my live stream isn't as good without the neon clothing of my custom character of in Code Vein? Oh, that's a red light. We gotta stop. Doop. There we go. Gosh, no. You don't like the neon clothing? I already knew that. You've been very vocal about not liking neon clothing. Okay. You know what? We're gonna turn right this time. Whee! Again, ignore my wheels crying out for dear help. And my engine, which is also crying out for dear help. And my gearbox, which is also crying out for dear help. And literally just the entire car. The entire car is in pain. Again, where'd the lines go? Where'd my lane go? There's my lane. Hey, there's the tunnel. I feel like we've been here before. You know what? There we go. This is part of the road now. Remember, everyone, drive responsibly, drive safely, follow the rules, follow posted signs. Where is it? There it is. Now, isn't this cinematic? It's dark and, you know... Here. Where is it? Environment... noon. There we go. Look at that. Isn't this a wonderful end to our adventure? It finally turned a day. Well, I think this was a nice road trip. Next time we do this, I will likely use the VR headset, and I will also load up a straight-up different map, and also probably traffic. Yeah. Next live stream, I have honestly no idea which game I'm going to live stream. Have not decided yet. Is this the end of the stream? Oh, no. We've got other stuff we're going to do. But next, I'm going to just, you know, I gotta have the nice ending because this is the end of this part of the stream. So, next live stream, no idea what's going to happen. I have not decided which of the 3 games we're currently playing through I'm going to live stream. I'm thinking Clair Obscur. Like, that's what I'm kind of leaning towards right now. Is Clair Obscur. Because I think I've finally gotten over the you know, plot twist of last live stream, so I think I can continue that now. Yeah. This cart is making noises. In any case, so you would also like Clair Obscur? Oh, that's nice to know. No, so what we're doing is, I want to take a look at... So there's no career mode. That's okay. New player experience. Leisurely drive. Traffic mayhem. Prop destruction. Open track day. What fun stuff do we want to do? Off-road trails. This seems fun. Time for some off-road trails. In the meantime, looks like people have been messaging me. That's weird. Okay. Well. Alright, we're gonna do whatever this off-road trail is, and then we're gonna then send to the stream. Basic driving controls. I am in fact not using that controller. I am using an actual race wheel. So oh, that's funky. There we go. Explore the area. Okay. That is in fact a vehicle. Huh. Okay. Let's have some fun. I don't know if this is manual or not. This is in fact not a manual. Yeah, what is the max speed on this thing if I'm maxing out at 30 miles per hour? This is quite loud. Okay, let's go. There we go. Driver's seat's quieter. Whee! Ugh. You think we're in Arizona? Yeah, it might be. I have no idea where this is. This thing has, like, the worst gearing here. I can't, yeah, because I can't go beyond 3. I wonder how far I'll go if I just stay in neutral. Okay, not very far. Get me a car that can go more than 30 miles per hour, please. Let's see, it's this button? It is. Vehicles. Yeah, I have a couple of modded vehicles, don't worry about it. Alright. Let's see, what fun thing can we go? This one's automatic. This one's not. There we go. There we go. This'll work. This thing, I used this before. I know that this one can off-road. Alright. Are you done yet? There you go. Alright, let's get... There we go. Now we can have some off-roading fun. Is everyone ready for the off-roading fun? Whee! Sometimes you just gotta let the road drive you. Woo. This would be so much fun to actually ride down, like in an actual car. Of course, being safe and, you know, all of that stuff, but just like really bumpy, really good suspension. Off-roading. Blast. Alright, we're going this way. I've determined we're going this way, and therefore we are. How fast do we think we can go? Remember, everyone, stay safe. Alright, time to go do donuts in the sand. Cotton milk. No, I do not have milk, unfortunately. Why, you want to make some cereal? I'm gonna see if I can start actually drifting. Sorry, that was the only entertaining factor you have, the got milk comment. I don't actually know, like, how to drift in racing sims, or in a real car. So who knows, maybe this is the stream where I figure it out. Although I hear that because I have a Logitech race wheel, I hear that they aren't the greatest for this method of drifting. The one where you let it counter steer because of the fact that they're gear and not a belt. Yeah, no. Hold on, can I flip this? Huh. I'm kind of surprised this game isn't flipping this Jeep. Again, drive safely, never intentionally flip a car. I was just noticing that, like, it's leaning a lot, but it's not actually going. If my Jeep were leaning this much, I would expect it to fall over at this point. Huh. Funky. Ow! I missed the clutch. Alright. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th. Yeah, that is in fact the truth. Stay safe, everyone. I will not be doing any horror live streams tomorrow. Or actually, I don't think I'm going to be doing any streams tomorrow at all. I have plans pretty much the entire day. Yeah, actually, I'm going to be kind of MIA. Granted, I was MIA for the start of this week too, but that's because I was feeling kind of sick, and I decided to watch anime with my dad for like a bunch of nights. But yeah, but primarily because I was feeling a little sick towards the beginning of this week. Lack of sleep kind of thing, but I'm doing better now. So you got this stream out of me. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be MIA for like the start of next week for certain. Because of the fact that I want to get some, want to go on a little adventure with some of my friends. Part of the idea of, actually kind of, one of the reasons why I thought that today was a good day to do the road trip live stream is because of the fact that I'm going to be going on an actual road trip soon. What anime did I watch? That was Date Alive. You know, an anime with a premise that, you know, with the premise of that anime, like, you wouldn't expect it to be good, but, you know, season 4 and 5 were actually pretty fire. I personally enjoy the anime. It's a nice one, in my opinion, but, you know, if you can't get over the very silly and stupid premise, like, you might not want to watch it. But yeah, no, I got my dad to watch it, and now he's actually been pestering me, like, hey, when are we gonna watch the ending? Because believe it or not, like, it's for the first like 3 seasons, it's really silly. Like, it's a really silly, stupid premise. But once you get to season 4, you start to get like how do I put this? Like the background, like, you know, the world building, like behind the silly premise, like lore and stuff, and you start to get like the actual like depth of the story, and you're like, oh wow, what this just went from 0 to 100 real quick, kind of thing. So, but the problem is you have to get through like the first couple seasons. I'm not saying the first couple seasons are bad. It's just a great comedy, great comedic value if you can like withstand the, you know, the silliness. I'll figure it out eventually, I swear. But yeah, in any case, very, very slight tangent there for talking about anime. In terms of next week, I won't be able to stream for the first half of it. I think the first day I'd be able to live stream next week would be Wednesday, but I don't have plans to do that yet. But again, yeah, no, we already decided next stream is Clair Obscure, so that'll be fun. Whenever it is I actually get to do it next week. It's very unfortunate. I just straight up won't have my equipment. I won't have my microphone. Won't have the stuff that I would need. So no stream for a little bit. And believe it or not, for once I'm actually warning my chat that I'm not going to be streaming for a while. Granted, a week for me not streaming isn't exactly a while. But you get what I mean. Whee! You know, I'm having fun over here. Knock knock, who's there? That just happened. Never mind, they left. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. So for what just happened, my PS5 controller fell, and I guess that can also control the car. So that's why everything just went weird. And then I just accidentally hit the button that resets the car. So that's what just happened. And also there was a knock knock joke. Believe it or not, I did not actually crash. Surprisingly enough. Although my headlight's on now. Alright. Hour and what, 30 minutes almost? I think this might be time to call it. We're clearly, we're literally scraping the bottom of the barrel. We've resorted to the knock-knock jokes. I think I need to reset. I need to go, I need to go back to improv class. Alright, let's shift, because the game's yelling at me. Yeah, no, need to go back to improv. Might need to finally learn how to actually drive manual. Because clearly that's been a bit of a problem. You're reaching terminal insanity? Oh, trust me. No, you haven't. Whee! Actually, a funny thing, talking about Clair Obscure, I was thinking about it, but this race wheel that I have has, you know, the buttons that a PS5 controller has. Like, it has them. At least equivalent ones. So, in theory, I could play Clear Obscure on this race wheel. Like, it's entirely possible that I could do that. I'm just saying. Oh, I missed the trail. Oh, that's a rock. I don't want to get on the rock. Whee. We've gone to the point where we're bringing up past conversations. I always bring up my past conversations, because it takes me a while to figure out that I was going to say something. Like, you know, sometimes the conversations just take a bit to process. It's like shower thoughts. Like, you know, whenever you're in the shower and then suddenly you think up a retort. Yeah, well, I'm braking my engine by over-revving it in first gear, and I suddenly think, oh yeah, this race wheel, I can literally play Clear Obscure with it. Like, you know, same thing. I mean, didn't you see my... Oh, shoot. Didn't you see my shower thoughts, short? You know... Yeah, you're more entertained than Code Vein. Oof. I gotta make my Code Vein streams more interesting, I guess. Do I need to start putting, like... Do I need to put, like... I don't know, TikTok resolution, this car just... Why are there so many rocks? There are suddenly rocks on the road. What is going on here? Like, you know, as a Subway Surfers-esque little video in the corner. Oh, I think I stalled because I hit a rock. Did I hit a rock? There's no damage. I think my tire rammed up against this rock over here. Yes, the bath thoughts. Right, we need here. Start the engine. Let's go! In any case, yes, the shower thoughts. Putting the stock market for Microsoft would work. Huh. What if I just put, like, a Desmos graph in the corner with, like, a lot of changes in it? Like, not animated or anything, just, like, the graph. Oh. I, in fact, did not go over this rock. Well, that's a couple $1,000s in insurance. I think this is a good place to end the stream. As you can see, everyone should, you know, drive safely. Don't be reckless. Drive according to the law. Be safe out there. And don't drive manual. It's kind of hard. Also, don't drive a, yeah. Actually, no, yeah. Don't drive. Just, we should just invest in public transportation. Walk everywhere. Take trains. All that stuff. Well, all of that out of the way. All of the joking aside, hope you all enjoyed this really random stream. I will see you all in the next stream, most likely, whenever it is that I do it next week. Again, for the, 15th time? Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. What's walking? I don't know. We have legs. It has something to do with that.